There were 9 people on my plane from San Diego here.
Right, you got a flight.
Right.
13, you know.
Right. The amazing thing about that sidebar is that, yes, the world shut down, but everything that I needed to do didn't.
Wow.
It was, yeah. But I joined a boutique firm because I was desperate. I'm like, I need a job. I need to come back. I didn't have time to really like be picky about what I wanted to do. But that was a great opportunity because I got to see what it's like to work for those types of agencies as well. And it was like a family. And that I was the only person of color for almost the 2 years that I was there. I don't think I was there 2 years. It's like a year and some change. But they gave me autonomy. They respected me. They loved all the swag secrets I bought from California, like my negotiation techniques. They were using them. The teams, like, and I don't know where they get these people from, but they were hiring people that didn't have experience. They came in and were killing it. I mean, crushing it. And this is one of the things that I want to say about me as being, ambitious and precocious as a little toddler and young adult. I know passion. I can identify it when I see it. And the girls that I work with at that organization were passionate. And when they were feeling like they didn't do well, they would call me and they're like, I feel like I'm letting you down. And, and I would tell them, you're being too hard on yourself. I'm not upset with you because no one can drink from a fire hose. No one. I can't help you. We're both not going to be successful drinking from a fire hose, but we're going to do our best. So what I want to do is help you. And to this day, I've been gone. It'll be a year soon. And I still talk to them. I still meet with them because we became family and we serviced our clients together. They learned from me. I learned from them. That was the first time in my career where I felt heard and seen. And I recognized my passion and my willingness to learn and grow in them because they were like me, and then one of my Toastmasters became a manager at the organization I work for now. And he reached out to me and asked to meet, for lunch. And he asked how I was doing. And he said, you were a fearless leader at that company. And he said, how are you doing? And I said, I am okay. But after COVID, we started losing a lot of accounts and I'm not used to that. Working for larger organizations, you might lose a group once a year or 2 a year, not 3 in a month. Right. And I'm like, I feel like the walls are closing in. I might get laid off. I don't know. He said, can I do you a favor? I said, sure. He's like, I'm going to put you in touch with some folks where I work. And I'm like, okay. And he did. And I met with the local practice leader for where I work. And I felt like I was on Ashton Kutcher's old show, Punked, because the way he was telling me like all the things that I could do, because he looked at my resume and he's like, you could do this, you could do that. If you wanted to move back to the West Coast, you could. I'm like, what? Wow. Come on, man. Come on. And he's like, and you will come in as an officer of the company. What? No more fighting for a senior title? And I'm like, okay, it's Q4. I'm scared. I don't want to leave. I don't want to burn bridges. He's like, we'll wait for you. Yeah. So here I am. And where do I go from here? Well, because of the lack of learning, because I was held back, I feel like there's still so much more that I need to learn. And where I am, there's so many things that I could do, so many things I can learn, and I'm just completing a year and I am getting ready for strategy and all of that. So I'm not sure, but I want to get my PNC license. I'm putting it off because I'm not as young as I was. The life and health, that was in 2005, man.
You're still young enough. It's okay.
Look, I don't have time for the bubble guts and the nervousness, but yeah, I would love to be able to do that. I think that that's next, and to do more with Naya, more relationship building, learning more from you guys. Shout out to Ngozi, man, because she is the reason why I know you. She's the reason why I know about Naya. I will always forever be grateful for her connection And that was me reaching out to her. I was scared. I was like, she ain't gonna respond to me. This woman is too good. But I'll say something else as a sidebar. And I want anyone who's watching this to know, like, seriously, if you want to talk to me about this industry, reach out on LinkedIn. Don't be afraid. Don't look at me and think, oh, she ain't gonna respond, because I know how that feels. When I was 17 years old, I remember vividly, I worked for KFC. I can say that organization because I don't work there no more. And I was on the little drive-through girl. And there was this woman that drove up to get her food. And I'll never forget, beautiful Black woman, long hair, wearing a bad suit, was driving a hunter green Beamer. Okay. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, what do you do? But I can't ask her that. I have to stay within my script. You need any ketchup? Straw? And I'm looking at her like, can you please catch this look? Because I want to know, like, I'm at the crossroads. I'm about to graduate from high school. I don't know. My GPA is terrible. I'm not getting into any schools that I want to get into. What do you do? And she had an attitude. She had this look on her face like, just give me my food, And I'll never forget, she pulled off and I felt discouraged, like, dang, right? And she would come through there weekly and get her food. And I just imagine, like, if she had just opened it up, where I would have been like, wow, you're really pretty and you got it together. I would love to spend some time talking to you to get to know what you do, because I'm not sure what I want to do and I'm about to finish high school. And we could have had lunch at the table inside of KFC, but who knows what she was going through, being Black woman in whatever corporate organization she worked at, and was rushing to go get lunch. But that left a mark with me, because that experience almost prevented me from emailing Ngozi on LinkedIn.
She left the mark for you not to be that person.
Yes. Fear.
You know what I mean? Like, if who knows? It's like everything that you've shared, right? Even when you mentioned, these people were, making, even if someone was making an attempt to try to hold you back, you always found a way to say, you know what? I'm going to take that path myself.
Yep.
I'm going to find a way. I'm going to find this way myself. And once again, because of who you are, I would say intrinsically motivated to always be in a state of perpetual development, right? Since you're always on that train, it doesn't matter what anyone else is attempting to do, because you're always going to be able to maneuver through, above, around, to get exactly where you are right now. All things in divine order. So
even with fear, yeah. But I'm getting old, so all that, just a little bit, just a little.
Only as old as you feel. Trust me, you're not old at all. Because if you're old and I'm old, I'm not old. Because I think we're about the same age. So I'm not embracing.
we don't look like we're our age, so that's
right.
I tell everybody, I'm like, yeah, I don't look my age, and thank God the people that tried to destroy me and make me feel bad, it didn't come
Absolutely.
out. But yeah, but it does go somewhere. And like, to your listeners, again, anybody, if you have kids that are at a crossroads and not sure what they want to do, and you want to ping me on LinkedIn, I don't know what the handle is, but just go to Natasha Dorsey on LinkedIn. I will accept. I will talk to you. I'll schedule time with you, because it is important to know that people will listen, that people will give you advice. And I'm grateful for that friend who told me about that carrier, because there's no telling where I would be. And that sales manager, like, all the characters throughout my career added value. Some did, to me continuing on, like feeling like we were winning in those sales meetings. I'm like, I want to do more to help us win more, because we kept coming in second and we wanted to come in first. So what can I do for us to win more?
Yeah.
And there are people like me out there that feel like they're being held back, or not sure what they want to do, have so many thoughts, not sure how to organize them. I would definitely, I can't tell you the way, but I can tell you what I'm doing and all the opportunities about Naya. I would be willing to share, because Ngozi did that for me, and it has done so much. Like, I'm on your podcast And I've been behind the scenes and no one even knew who I was. And so now, you know, people know who I am, even at Naya. So this is huge. And I want to spread the love.
Well, look, you know, we appreciate you, you know, on this platform. I certainly appreciate the opportunity to just get to know you as a colleague and a friend. And, you know, I know that for you, even where you are now, like your voice is just going to continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger in this industry. And the story is just so powerful. And I think that, you know, anyone who listens to this entire conversation, they really are going to be inspired, you know, by the journey, by overcoming those obstacles, by, you know, finding other ways and getting creative, and also just staying the course, right? Because at many times throughout the last 22 years, you could have said, you know what, forget this. I'm doing something else. Forget this. But staying the course, yes. Staying the course, and ultimately you'll get to where you want to be. I mean, this could be, you know, this could be a film. You know what I mean? It's like there could be a whole film going from this. But I was going to ask you, you know, what encouraging words, you know, you had for someone who might be looking at the space, and I think you shared some of that. But here's what I want to do. I want to make sure that people know, look, on the link in the interview, whether you're on Spotify or on YouTube, you know, watching us, you know, you'll be able to see Natasha. We're gonna make sure we have your LinkedIn post there so people can actually reach out to you.
There you go. Maybe I need to make it customized. I don't know if it is or not. See, that's my age right there. I this technology stuff.
It is Natasha Dorsey. I think it's Natasha Dorsey BDS. We'll make sure that is there though. Just look for the Natasha that's in Baltimore. You know, that's in Baltimore.
I'm not there anymore. I'm from Baltimore.
Oh, from Baltimore. Okay, Maryland.
Yeah.
Because there is another Natasha Dorsey on LinkedIn, I think in California too. You know, but you're the only insurance one. I think you're the only one on the employee benefits side. And when they find you, they'll know they found you. But look, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for sharing your story and your message. If you are listening, you know, to this conversation, and you might be in the same situation. I mean, look, you might be working for a company that you don't really know everything that they do. You might be in the data entry, like, oh yeah, I'm working for this company, and it might be some major Fortune 500, you know, insurance corporation where there's another opportunity that's waiting for you, but it's waiting for you to go get it. Nobody may not say anything to you about it. You might have to be the one to take that initiative. And if you do what Ms. Dorsey just told you, you know, maybe you heard something in this conversation that made you say, you should get a license.
You should get a license. I'm going to get the one.
Hey, have a great one. Thank you and take care.
Thank you.